Alright, BobalosRex here, and we are reacting to the developer panel. It's finally up. It wasn't up for a while, but it's here, and we're reacting. Ow. This should be good, right? Alright, I'm excited. I want to make sure y'all hear everything, but I am loud enough to.
Please join me in welcoming Ian Hazacostas and Marie Hamilton for the World of Midnight.
Let's go! I just woke up. Let's go.
Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen. Thank you,
Oh,
Gamescom.
there you go. Look at all the people.
Thank you for coming out for this panel where we're going to talk about the
What
world
sword?
of Midnight. The story, the zones, the cultures,
Oh, I
and
know
the
about the
places that you'll
sword.
go. I'm Ian Hazacostas, Game Director on WoW.
Hi, I'm Maria Hamilton, Associate Design Director on WoW. I'm super happy to be here.
And so today we're going to talk about story, cultures, delves, dungeons, and raids. So let me just kick things off with a quick recap of the stories so far, what brought us here. So we began the World Soul Saga around a year ago, and began telling the largest, most ambitious story
Something's got to be up with the mic, but I can't talk.
It all began with whispers, visions that the champions of Azeroth were beginning to experience. That ultimately
Here, if I'm on this side, I
Thrall
can be just
and
so big.
Anduin, among others, to a certain sword in a certain place.
Yeah.
We investigated, we tracked those visions down, and ultimately they led us to the mysterious land of Khazalgar, where we deployed the floating city of Dalaran, and that didn't go so well. We were in fact ambushed by Xal'atath and her Nerubian allies, where Xal'atath wielded the Dark Heart artifact to drain the power of Dalaran, capturing Khadgar as well, and destroying the city. Over the course of our adventures, Xal'atath thwarted us several times, but Ilaria was able to ultimately perceive the power and the importance of the Dark Heart. She struck out at it, damaging it. This severely disrupted Xal'atath's plans, as well as freeing Khadgar. He was mortally wounded, but Anduin was able to step in and save him.
And cast res.
But that disruption led Xal'atath to seek out the aid of one Gallywix. Now, the Dark Heart is this incredibly powerful artifact, originally crafted by Neltharion with the aid of the goblins. So who better than some goblins to repair the damage?
The goblins helped? Oh shit! The goblins helped!
And the Dark
I mean, we could have put it all together, but oh, the goblins helped. Oh, them goblins
ended up falling into the hands of Shadowguard Ethereals, who aimed to use it to bring back the Void Lord Demencius. A threat so great that it even forced Xal'atath to set aside her goals and work with us for a time to stop his rise and the inevitable
No, she
devouring
liked that.
of
Don't
all
you lie?
worlds.
She liked that.
Now, we have defeated Demencius, at least on story mode, Raid Finder, normal, and heroic. I think Echo is actually working on Mythic around 25 minutes from here right now. So is Method and Liquid. But would you believe that upon Demencius' defeat, Xal'atath was not, as it turns out, on our side. And so she claimed the power of the Void Lord Demencius, ascended to become one of the most powerful beings the cosmos has ever known. And now, as we move into midnight, she is set to launch an assault that will plunge our world into darkness, that will extinguish all light unless we stand against it.
All right, well, let's start off talking about our heroes and our foes.
Interesting.
So starting off, we've got Turalyon, Eretor, and Ilaria. We've been following Ilaria's journey for a bit here. We know about her feelings about Xal'atath, and she was right all along. We also have Turalyon, her husband, who will be an important part of Midnight as a representative of the light. So at the very end of the cinematic there, when we see the light coming in response to Liadrin's prayer, The Army of Light has arrived.
Okay, I knew we were gonna get it confirmed. Everyone, some people were like 100% that's the Arathi. I was like, could it be? But it'd be a huge twist. It's the Army of the Light. It's just the Army of the Light. Paladin showed up. Torellian was like, yo, I got you. Let's go.
That battle. Erator, of course, is their child. He also is a paladin, and he is very supportive and understanding of both of his parents. He's trying to understand the void influences that Ilaria is dealing with, as well as the strong call to light that his father has.
Yeah, he's already a paladin.
The two. So they are very important to our story.
Yo, he could form a bridge for Void Elf Paladins. Yo, Void Elf Paladins, he could be the bridge.
And of course we have Xalatath. Couldn't go very far without Xalatath, our very cool villain. She seems to do whatever she needs to do to achieve whatever her goal is. She's now stated what her goal is. She's going to wipe us off the planet. She's going to take Azeroth. She's going to take all the power for herself and bring down Midnight. So looking forward to seeing what's happening with Xalatath. Wasn't really expecting the Army of the Light to show up there, as you could tell. She seemed a little surprised, but she's got plenty of forces, and she's very powerful at this point. We also have Liadrin. She is she's the Blood Knight matriarch. She's obviously a very powerful paladin. She's the one who has called upon the light to come and save the day. And she is going to be very important to our efforts to push back the void. She does not have a strong liking for the Amani trolls, and that will become important.
Oh.
We have Orwena, who we met back in...
Oh, what? I mean, she was literally tortured by Zul'jin, okay? But we are going to work with the Amani in some way, but dang, they're like, yeah, she don't like the Amani. That's going to be relevant. People are going to be like, yo, we need to go help the Amani. She's going to be like, no! And we're like, yo, I get, you got tortured. Okay, whatever. We're going to go help them.
Haranir, we met a few of them, not a lot. And as you probably know, we'll be going and seeing more about their culture and their race. Orwena is going to have an opportunity to teach us about her people and what they care about, what their interests are, their culture.
Hold on, I want to go back to the start here.
Met a few of them important. We have Orwena, who we met back in the War Within, the Haranir. We met a few of them, not a lot. And as you probably know, we'll be going and seeing more about their culture and their race. Orwena is going to have an opportunity to teach us about her people and what they care about, what their interests are, their culture. And she is one of the youngest of her race, actually. She is not an elder. There are elder Haranir, much more knowledgeable and wise. She follows the voice of her goddess, and that has taken her into places that we have been able to find her at last. We have Umbric and the Void Elves.
Umbric.
For the Void Elves to really come into their own, having been banished essentially from Silvermoon and their kin, essentially, because of the void taint that they feel that they have. Umbric is obviously trying to pull his people together, and he has a lot to contribute to our efforts to face off against the void. We have Zuljara and Zul'Jan, grandchildren of Zul'jin.
This is cool.
Zuljara is the chieftain of the Amani. Zul'Jan is her greatest advisor and brother. They are going to be giving us an opportunity to experience the Amani culture, not as enemies this time, but as sort of friends. They too are having slight void problems, and they need some assistance. Needless to say, the Blood Elves are uninspired by that request, as they aren't on best of terms. And then we have the Void and the Light, arguably the biggest...
Who started it?
Between two forces. The Void we have been fighting against, the Light we have been fighting with. But, you know, extremes of either are problematic, as you might imagine. So there will be some issues between the two, and also issues between people that are Void-based, like Void Elves.
Wait, hold on.
Imagine. The Void West.
Yo, hold up.
Best of terms.
Okay. Enough of that. Let me focus.
The Void and the Light, arguably the biggest conflict here between two forces. The void we have been fighting against, the light we have been fighting with. But, you know, extremes of either are problematic, as you might imagine.
Yeah, we're going to have that twist.
There will be some issues between the two, and also issues between people that are void-based, like Void Elves, and the Army of the Light Paladins, for example. So that's another important sort of contrast to watch during Midnight. And now let's look at the really pretty pictures. Go into the culture and zones. So our first culture to talk about is Blood Elves. Those of you that don't play Horde may not know a lot.
That is basically, like, we already know it's going to be Void, and then we fight the Light, right? It's already looking like that. Oh, man.
About the Blood Elves, this is your opportunity to rectify that. They were High Elves before adopting the name Sindorai to represent and reflect upon the death of so many
new outfits.
The Scourge, you know, did a terrible number on their home area in Eversong and Ghostlands, and they have been recovering ever since. Their need for power, their need for energy and magical strength is well known. They are very, very tied to the Sunwell, which is, of course, exactly what Xalatath is going after. Here's some pre-alpha footage for you that we just captured a couple weeks ago. I want to point out that there's not a lot of creatures spawned yet because, as I said, we're pre-alpha. But it's looking really good. It's exactly like
it
what
looks
you
so
might
good.
expect.
Frogs!
Eversong and Ghostlands have been combined into a single zone, Quel'Thalas. Because it's a relatively small zone. They were small zones back in
Okay, it does sound like the zone is Quel'Thalas. Then you have Zulaman. And then we have the Void Storm and Hardy. Like, Eversong Woods, Ghostland, Silvermoon are in Quel'Thalas, the zone.
Classic. And now it's...
And people are like, then what's the continent? There is no continent. It's attached to Eastern Kingdoms. Which is... Oh my god, it's so amazing.
Wanted to feel fun to move through
it's so amazing
as you can see,
that it's attached.
It's the usual sorts.
It is, to me, it's so amazing that it's attached, and you really got to think about, like, what's that going to mean for pre-patch? What that's going to mean for early access?
And now with Skyriding, we want it to feel fun to move through them. But as you can see, it's the usual sorts of architecture that you would expect, the lofty glistening towers, the amazing foliage and manicured gardens. And there are some things that have healed. The Death Scar in particular has totally healed. And
oh my god, totally healed.
Not all parts of the zone, however, have healed up. There are still some areas that look a little bit iffy, this being one of them. So yeah, essentially, it's the same place you're used to. If you're a Blood Elf, if not, here's your opportunity to check it out. Check out the zone, reimagining
I'm curious about that area.
Us. Artists had a great time. Had the opportunity to make it just a little bit bigger, a little bit better, and is no longer there. Not all. You can see, it's the usual sorts of architecture that you would expect, the lofty glistening towers, the amazing foliage and manicured gardens. And there are some things that have healed the Death Scar.
Is this... If that's Windrunner Spire, this is Tranquillian. Dude, look what happened to Tranquillian. What a glow up. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was thinking it was this. Yes, because there's Windrunner Spire. There's that other place. This is Tranquillian. Oh my god.
In particular has totally healed and is no longer there. Not all parts of the zone, however, have healed up. There are still...
Okay, is this near the Void Elf area? Or is this...
some areas that look a little bit...
Like, what side is this on? And that's an ogre. This is clearly Twilight Hammer. New Twilight Hammer. For the blade. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that. Xalatath's Twilight Hammer cult. Twilight Knife. Or Shadow Knife. We'll have to see what they're called.
One of them.
This makes me think of that forest area. But I'm really wondering if this has something to do with the light thing that one Arathi Queen talked about, too.
Essentially, it's the same place you're used to.
Because there was an area where we grew out of forest with tree elementals. Maybe it got out of hand. We get these...
Blood Elf. If not, here's your opportunity
light.
to check it out.
This is almost botany. But here's the thing about the botany that escaped during the Maghar quest line. That was in Kalimdor. I don't see... These guys look different than the botany.
Reimagining it was
similar but different.
Artists had a great time. Had the opportunity to make it just a little bit bigger, a little bit better, and increase the fidelity of the zone.
Yeah,
Hope you'll enjoy it. We're going to move on now. And this is Silver Moon City.
Oh my god. Looks so good.
Is enormous. I would say that because it's a hub city, there's a small section of Silver Moon that's been set aside as a sanctuary area where Horde and Alliance share that space. But the majority of the city is Horde, and Alliance is kill on sight, as you would expect. Essentially, our world building team had a wonderful time. It's all new assets. The city walls are all brand new, all to top fidelity.
Look at that. That's a Horde city, baby.
We've got places you'll recognize. You should feel real nostalgia.
Look at that. I feel like we're going to be questing in the city, too, so...
Alliance is kill on sight, as you would expect. Essentially, our world building team had a wonderful time. It's all new assets. The city walls...
I am so curious about the Blood Elf starter area. And they are saying new player experiences. I don't know yet, but...
They're all brand new, all to top fidelity.
This looks so good,
everything has been remade. We've got places you'll recognize. You should feel the city walls are all
Let me
brand
see if I
new,
can see
all
the
to
area.
top fidelity.
I'm trying to think of what
Everything
area
has
that
been
would be.
remade. We've got places you'll recognize. You should feel real nostalgia if you've had any experience here. We have Murder's Row, which you're going to see a dungeon related to that as well.
I'm so happy. I knew we were going to get an underbelly dungeon almost.
Silver Moon you love, but with much, much better, much more recent fidelity art.
It looks so good. I'm so excited.
Once this stuff gets filled in with our spawning, it's going to look amazing. And yeah, there's a little void storm problem going on. And let's talk about the Amani, because they're the next culture we're going to want to talk about. They were previously enemies.
I gotta pause. Literally every frame I'm gonna pause.
Because they're the next...
Okay, so we got little ghosties. We got little ghosties. This is definitely new area. This doesn't feel like old zone area or old raid area.
They were previously enemies.
See, the troll women are like... People are saying it is the orc model. It's basically the orc model. Yo, that's kind of what they're doing with the dudes too. It's the orc model. Yo, the beefy trolls. Beefy trolls. Look, they're wearing armor. This is allied race. This is 100% Horde allied race coming soon. It has to be. It literally has to be. Some people are thinking the Last Titan. If we have to wait to the Last Titan for these, like, the Harnier taking so long. Here's what I'm going to say about the Harnier taking so long. It's clearly the models. If you look at the Harnier, when the War Within first came out, they weren't even done. These are done. Look at these. These are so ready to go. If these aren't ready to go, what is ready to go?
If you happen to be around and played the raid in Zulaman, then you're familiar with the Amani and...
Oh, yes. Oh, look, faction banner. Or is that our renowned faction? Because we looking at some renowns for sure. Oh, it looks so good. Look at that. That's the raid entrance. on the backside. We're facing it from the back.
Sort of their culture. We had an opportunity to expand them because we created an entire zone for them now.
Thank goodness. I'm so happy.
Are very proud people. They worked very hard to get their land. They had
some they did.
Work to do. The Zandalari basically said, well, you can have that land if you defeat this, giant, evil, horrible thing. And so they did that. And they were a great empire for a period of time, but they've fallen sort of into a lesser status now. They've sort of lost their touch with the Loa.
They fell into lesser status because they pissed off the player character, and when you piss off the player character, you start swinging at the player character, you're going to get got. It sucks to say. Not that they were right or wrong for what they did. I'm just saying, if the player character's walking the street, you got to let them walk. You got to let them cross. If you're just like, who's that guy? And you just smack them, you're obliterated. You don't hit the player character.
Not as close to them,
and if someone knows to call the player character and give them gold, your ass is grass too.
And having a lot of conflict with the Blood Elves makes this a little tricky for them. They too are having some void problems. This is Zulaman.
Dude, okay, so this is clearly area past the zone. This looks so freaking good. Now, are we looking south? Because here's the thing. Because Western Plaguelands hits that coast, we're not going to see it dip down past Western Plaguelands, but think about far out beyond on that side. Oh, man. Because I think this is like area past the zone, and they have like a swamp area and a couple of mountains on that side.
You will see the raid space. It still exists. Those of you that did that raid will recognize.
And see, so the area we're just looking at was probably looking up the mountain from there, and now we're over here. So we're looking at it. Oh, maybe you can almost see it. So we're looking at it from almost straight on. I'm thinking the house that we're gonna go to is like over here. In relation to this.
You will see the raid space. It still exists. Those of you that did that raid will recognize those buildings, I expect.
Look at all the trolls. Look at all the trolls. We're not fighting all these. This isn't a mob area. This is an area where we go up to quests, right? So we're rolling in here into Zulaman and being like, yo, I'm here to help. You got a mailbox that looks like a mailbox. That's a mailbox. This is the mailbox. They friends. We friends. They got a mailbox for us.
This is a very old forest. Very tall mountains.
Very old.
It's...
I wonder, maybe there's areas around a mountain and I'm looking at different angles, but dude. Because it feels like, so it's like, here. So here with my mouse. So it'd be like, Quel'Thalas is like here, and then Zulaman is stretched out like this. And then the mountains are like at the border, and then Western Plaguelands sit here. So it's like Zulaman, Quel'Thalas.
It's temperate. It rains like a fair bit. It's got eagle.
Hold on, I want to look back at that.
Very tall mountains. It's temperate. It rains a fair
Some people are saying new Loas.
bit.
We could. Very well. Trying to think what kind of critter is here.
It's got
Is this just a troll city, troll settlement that's busted? This is clearly a Kizan. This is the same banners, so this is probably the renown, right? The banners of the renown, so you probably come up here and you're like, do this for the Loa. There's the links. She's saying it too in the chat. Oh my god, the links. Halazi.
Janalai. It's got
Janalai. See, the connection between Janeli, Dragonhawks could be the thing that bridges the gap. It bridges the gap between them, Blood Elves and Pearl.
Dragonhawk.
That looks so beautiful. That looks so good. I love how... Dude, I love...
Bear,
the
Loa,
influences they use for the Amani. Like, this is so Mesoamerican. I'm thinking... Is this more... Is this Aztec? I mean, Zulamon is full Aztec. But, like... Maybe a little Inca.
Still, but the
maybe a little Maya.
haven't been really worshipping the Loa for a long time.
They'll... Hold on. I really gotta get this right, because I'm just, like, combining a ton. Amani has gotta be, like, full Aztec. So this is more Maya, I think. Because it's more of the older. The older than the newer. And then that's almost just full, like, Longhouse. Let's see. Dude, I love the architecture. Okay, hold on.
And a bear, Loa, temples still, but the Amani
That's a
haven't
dungeon.
been really worshipping the Loa for a long time. A lot of stuff is overgrown.
Well, we gotta fix that. That's literally, that's my plot line. We gotta help. We gotta, you know, worship the Loa.
Need to find a way to help her people survive the void onslaught that is coming for them.
The Darkspear Heritage literally just had us deal with that for the Darkspear. I hope we've already confirmed the Zandalari are going to be over here. Maybe, probably. Darkspear are going to help out too.
As you can see where the void is.
The scattered elven tribes. Realistically, it's the scattered troll tribes return to troll.
Come in. It's not looking quite so.
We got more of the Xalatath Blade Twilight Cultist. So you see the Twilight Cultist, but then it's got a new symbol. That's not the Twilight Hammer. That's the Twilight Blade. They took over a Loa temple or a shrine. Well, at least the tower.
It's not looking quite so good. And let's move on to the Heronir. So we met the Heronir.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
Early on in the War Within, but we weren't really sure what they were about. We didn't know their story, and we didn't know their connection really to the rest of the world. We'd never seen them before. They're ancient guardians of the Rootways.
The Rootways.
Led actually by a council.
The Rootways.
Of elders.
Council of Elders,
they
yep.
have a very direct connection with their goddess, and Orwena has a very strong direct connection, in fact, with the goddess, which led her to leave her people and go out into the outside. Direct connection with their goddess, and Orwena has a very strong direct connection, in fact, with the goddess, which led her to leave her people and go out into ancient guardians of the Rootways, and they're led actually by a council of elders. They have a very direct connection with their goddess.
With their goddess.
Orwena has a very strong direct connection, in fact, with the goddess, which
with
led her
a
to
goddess.
leave her people. And
are we talking about two different ones? Do the elders worship this one? And is Orwena this new one? Upstart goddess. With elf-like people, we've seen that before, but is that good or bad? Interesting. I don't know, though. I don't know. I'm just, that phrasing makes me be like...
something that they don't tend to do, and they don't really look kindly upon. So, as you probably have heard, they are unlocked as an allied race. You'll be able to make your very own Heronir.
So, them caring about the outside world is going to change real quick. That's what I'm saying. Like, who is changing? These also look amazing. Look at these. Furry elves. Thick elves. Thick, furry elves. Look at that. She look cool. She look cool. They all look cool. Oh my god.
We're going to have great customizations for them. They look pretty awesome.
Yes, they do.
Say, I've seen the druid forms. We weren't able to show those yet. They are really awesome. One of them is a pangolin, which just looks amazing.
I've seen the pangolins. I tweeted about this. There is a picture in Zulamon with the pangolins.
Wearing this bioluminescent paint, and they have different kinds of patterns they can put on their faces and chests.
Look at the eyes.
Really cool looking, really awesome. Not really elves, not really trolls. Those of you that have kind of seen them previously, played in the War Within, know that they take a bat form when they want to travel. So that's the Heronir and their customization.
Not really trolls, not really elves. Hold on, let's go back to this.
Played in the War Within, know that they take a bat form when they want to travel chests. So really cool looking, really awesome. Not really elves, not really trolls. Those of you that have kind of seen them previously, played in the War Within.
Is it because they're not elves and trolls and they're Quillbor? Oh! Oh!
And this is the zone, Herondar.
There's 3 possibilities, in my opinion. I go over it a long time ago. Maybe it's 4. Maybe it's 4 I put out.
And it has all of the roots of the world trees.
Hold on, I want to look at this
all
one.
Converge here. Place. They want to travel. So that's the Heronir.
Okay, so this is it.
And this is the zone, Herondar.
Herondar. Look at the critters.
A fungal jungle place, and it has all of the roots of the world trees.
All of the roots of the world trees. Okay.
All converge here.
All converge here.
Twisted up in this area, this pocket area, which isn't really.
This pocket area, it's a pocket dimension. Just say it's a pocket dimension. It's a pocket dimension. It's the root lanes.
All converge here. All are twisted up in this area, this pocket area, which isn't really directly connected to anything. That people.
Yeah, it's not connected to anything. It's the pocket root land. Yeah, I know. I get it. This is cool. I like it. That's how you do it. That's how you connect it.
Heronir travel through the rootways themselves, so they're able to move around the world.
Those almost look like Naga brutes.
Heronir travel through the root.
Those guys. I don't think they're Naga, but they're literally Naga brutes, model-wise.
So they're able to move around the world.
Fungal giant.
One of the interesting things about this zone.
Shaw-like critters. Is that like a world soul memory? Is that a world soul memory that we're seeing?
It has a place called the Rift.
Or maybe, oh, that's the memory rift zone.
Of Ulm, and from the Rift of Ulm will issue forth creatures that their goddess dreams. It has a place called the Rift of Ulm, and from.
Yo, the Rift of Ulm is here?
The Rift of Ulm will issue forth creatures that their goddess dreams. And sometimes they are horrific and horrible things. And some members of the Heronir take an oath, give up their connection to the goddess, and serve as wardens of that place, preventing those horrible creatures from attacking.
Interesting.
They also have this place.
I'm gonna read it.
Sometimes they are horrific and horrible things, so they're able to move around the world.
Okay, so the rift, the root lands leading to all the different places. Sweet, awesome.
One of the interesting things about.
So either this is like the Rift of Ulm, and it has like stuff that looks like the memories, the world soul memory mobs.
This zone it has a place called the Rift of Ulm.
Rift of Ulm.
And from the Rift of Ulm will issue forth creatures.
This area looks cool. So is this the rift? We're actually seeing the rift.
That their goddess
instead of just
dreams.
the misty form.
And sometimes they are horrific and horrible things. And some members.
So if this is all the same goddess, then it's Azeroth is dreaming these. Because this is like the root lands are the Emerald Dream. Are in the Emerald Dream, close to the Emerald Dream, a part of it. This is clearly Emerald Dream adjacent. Alright, an Emerald Dream pocket dimension. So a loon can have effect here. But the Dreaming God, creating the things, I feel like that is going to be Azeroth, right?
An oath, give up their connection to the goddess, and serve as wardens of that place, preventing those horrible creatures from attacking.
Yeah, so they give up their oath to their goddess to kill the goddess's creatures.
They also have this place.
That's what someone was telling me, and I get that vibe too.
Echoes, which we're looking at now. This is where the Heronir remember their past through paintings, and you will have an opportunity to learn some of those stories by interacting with those paintings.
Yo, we'll be able to get massive lore. Yo, if we go into those paintings and I see one boar, I'm gonna be like, Agamagan, save us!
And let's talk a little bit about the Void, since we also have that as a culture.
Alright. So there's these Dominar guys that were being talked about. That's a mount. That needs to be a mount. Is Xal'atath basically becoming a Dominar? Because now I'm looking at these. Look at these. Look at these. Is she getting a third one? Is she getting a third one? Is she going to be a boss now? Big boss? What are we talking here? Oh, he's got 3 too. Yeah. And then that's the thing. With the Void Storm, could it be Xal'atath's homeworld from when she was immortal? If they didn't change that? I don't think they did. I think that she's there's a BFA quote where she's immortal. I've been thinking she was immortal. At first I thought she was a Koreshi, but she was before then.
You can see people you recognize on one side and people you probably recognize less on the other side.
Look at how they add ethereal here. Blizzard, playable win, please. Playable win, please, 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 please.
Side. Void creatures in general are very predatory. They are interested in eating anything smaller and weaker than themselves and taking that power. The Dominar,
like
which are sort of the strongest, are a bit different. They are very, very intelligent, very smart. And the Dominar actually have a bit of a hierarchy that they've developed, again, through conquest, through, beating on and dominating others. And you will deal with Dominar as one of the stronger representatives of the Void. Of course, Xal'atath.
Do things become Dominar? Like, did Xal'atath become a Dominar? Was she a Dominar? Because if we're going with the story we got, right? She was immortal. Her world got destroyed. She'd been uplifted by Dementius. And is this Void Storm like the Realm of the Void, where members of the Void hang out, or is it like a trash realm here?
Who follow Xal'atath and follow the Void. We've already seen the Shadow Guard as well. There's even cute little ones, but they will try to eat you, so don't think that they're all that cute. And this is
Army of the Light fighting. That's cool. Look at this. Maybe new mount down there. Oh. Because here's the thing, when I see these, it feels like it's a Void trash pile. Or it makes me think of that, go back to Marvel stuff. In Thor Ragnarok, Sakaar. Remember how all the portals, the Void's trash, goes down to here. This is the Void's trash star.
Void Storm. This is a mysterious world that has been formed by the Void.
Mysterious world that has been formed by the Void. Like I said, it feels like a trash world.
Everything here is hungry. Everything will eat you given opportunity. This is all about gaining power, becoming stronger, becoming more powerful, and eating the next thing.
Yo! That's what our characters do all the time.
Essentially, we have a big raid here in Void Storm. This is where we will face off against the Void with the Army of Light and attempt to make sense of what's going on here. Mm-hmm. But there are some gorgeous pictures. I would say the best.
No. Hold on. That looks cool. Is that like the raid?
Pictures, I would say the best blues and
look at that critter.
Purples ever.
The critters are fighting back.
Probably happening right here.
Yeah, there's like they mentioned like 3 different nexus points or something like that. It feels like there's going to be like 3 different little areas, and maybe they got different gravities. Imagine you're flying around this zone. Hopefully we can fly. It looks like we can. I don't think they will, especially since they let us. Imagine you're flying around the zone, and then the gravity shifts, and you head up towards the next area, and then you're flying over, and then your gravity shifts to the next area. That'll be cool. For skywriting, it'll be sweet. For normal writing, it should just be fine either way.
But
that'll be cool.
Speaking, a really, really cool zone to explore, and you can be pretty sure.
Dude, with the changing gravity, I'm like super excited about this zone. I really think we're gonna be 3-dimensional, like doing stuff here, head up over here, then we gotta fly up over there, and we're like, oh.
That they're enemies, all of them.
Oh. Yeah, it feels like there's like a... It almost looks like it's underwater, but it's not type area here. It's not the whole zone.
And I'm going to hand off to Ian for delves, dungeons, and raids.
Ooh, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Now, someone was saying there's a new tree in Quel'Thalas confirmed. I don't think that. I think basically what's hinted at here is there's roots in Quel'Thalas that lead to the root land Harandar, and we already know what those roots could be. In the Hunter artifact, it talks about Thas Allah, a world tree that was in Quel'Thalas, cut down by Arthas, and Deathhome was built over it. Do you think they killed all the roots? I don't think they did. I think that's how we get in. Maybe there is a new tree, but it looks like, from everything I saw there about zones, it's going to be Quel'Thalas, Zulaman, or, hold on, let me do it right. So it'd be Quel'Thalas, Zulaman, I guess in Quel'Thalas it'd be Portal to the Rootlands, and then Portal to the Void Storm. Bada boom.
Thank you, Maria.
That's how I'm seeing it. We'll have to see on the PTR. That's my idea. How it looks from what they told me.
Delves, dungeons, and raids.
Delves! I love delves!
Delves are one of our proudest additions to War Within.
Yes, yes, they are great.
Here to stay. And so
good.
10 new delves coming with Midnight.
The Shadow Enclave from Void Home. Dead Home turned into Void Home now. Collegiate Calamity. Parhelion Plaza, The Dark Way, Twilight Crypts, Atalaman, The Grudge Pit, Gulf of Memory, Sunkiller Sanctum, Shadowguard Point, Torment's Rise.
Scattered across these zones. I think we've learned a lot of lessons. We've taken feedback on what worked and what didn't. And so these are going to have all the same layers of variety and replayability that you knew in the War Within, but more layouts, more enemies that we found work better in this format, and less of those that don't. A couple of these delves are actually going to be outdoor spaces where you can use your ground mounts to get around more easily.
That sounds
and
cool.
We're really happy to be able to integrate them into the stories of the zones, because now that they're such a proven format, we can really...
More delve story integration. That was good. We had a few of them in the War Within, but not too many.
Have quests lead you through them more regularly. Now, of course, in addition to these 10 delves, there is an 11th Nemesis delve, where you will track down the Nemesis that has been plaguing you over the course of the first season. And taking the place of Bran Bronzebeard will be a new companion,
Valyria,
than our good friend Valyria Sanguinar. Now, she will aid you in many of the same ways as Bran, and hopefully stand in fewer things that you'd prefer she not stand in.
She's going to be more advanced.
Dungeons. We have 8 new dungeons coming in Midnight. 4 level up, 4 max level.
Alright, level up. Windrunner, Magisters, Murder Road Den. So, all of the level up dungeons in Quel'Thalas, 1 in Zul'Aman, and then all the max levels. I think the Zul'Aman, Haranir, Void Storm.
And again, these we always try to showcase fun gameplay and innovative looks at the dungeon format. We'll be returning to Magister's Terrace, which has really been reimagined and expanded from last we saw it. We'll visit some new locations that weren't accessible before, including a balcony overlooking the Sunwell itself.
Oh!
When we go to Murder Row, a corner of Silvermoon, I think for Court of Stars fans back from Legion, there's some of those vibes here, as we're actually going in undercover to investigate rumors of the use of fell magic within the walls of Silvermoon.
Oh!
And before we know it, we're going to be plunged into combat, and the dungeon will unfold from there.
Demons in the city. No.
Void Scar Arena in the Voidstorm. Here, at the whims of one of the Dominons Maria was just mentioning, combatants from around the universe come together to kind of
Millhouse
the death for the pleasure of the Dominar, and we're going to be thrown into that arena as part of this dungeon.
I wonder what kind of crazy,
especially in Mythic Plus.
I wonder what kind of crazy thing from the universe they're going to throw at us.
As waves come at you, you can control the pace of the waves.
Oh.
Of course, we're going to have
That's cool.
A mix of 4 of these dungeons, as well as 4 returning fan favorites in the first season of Midnight. But unlike in War Within, all 8 of these dungeons will be available in Mythic 0 during that pre-season period right at launch.
Okay, pre-season, all of those.
That venturing into is Windrunner Spire, where for those of you, particularly lore fans out there, we're going to get to learn more about the family history.
That's Lordaeron. That's Lordaeron. Look at Lordaeron over there. Look at that. Look at Lordaeron over there. Yes! Oh my god! Look at this Lordaeron. That's why people are like, what continent's this on? What continent's this on? Eastern Kingdoms. It's on Eastern Kingdoms, baby! Oh my god, we're back in the old world! We are back in the old world. I don't care what people say. This ain't a new continent. We in Eastern Kingdoms. We are in Eastern Kingdoms. This is Eastern Kingdoms. Look at Lordaeron. It is right there. Oh my god, that means like Stratham. Are we gonna be able to fly over Stratham?
And the tragic background of the Windrunner.
It's no longer burning. I don't see the burn unless that's the burn up there. Look at it. Oh my god. I know he's showing off Windrunner Spire. He's like the back history and tragic backstory, but look over there. It's Lordaeron.
Dungeon with plenty of mystery.
I do wonder what that is. That's new. That's new. What's that?
Is to uncover.
And then over there, so that would have been. So we're starting to maybe see towards the Zul'Aman zone. Could that be the same mountain that we see in the Zul'Aman zone? Yo, we glitched out. They wanted me to pause here. Here, we'll see if it catches up. What's going on? We have to reload the video.
And then the Dream Rift.
No!
The Dream Rift, a one-boss raid in Harinar. And then shortly after that, we'll be able to take the fight back to
so much.
the Sunwell and the Gates of Silvermoon in the March on Keldanas. So really excited to have different environments, different settings.
Yo, it like glitched out.
In Harinar.
So
the Dream Rift, a one-boss raid.
Okay, so we missed other dungeons and I guess the first raid. So let's pick up here. I'm gonna reload this and see if it fixes it. But let's see.
Raid in Harinar.
Dream Rift and one boss raid in
Harinar.
Harinar.
We'll be able to take the fight back to the Sunwell and the Gates of Silvermoon in the March on Keldanas. So really excited to have different environments, different settings, and really integrate the raids into the stories that we're telling more than ever before. Because with story mode, all players can experience these moments, and we can offer a wider range of environments for guilds to challenge themselves against. So that is a quick look at the world, the setting, and what's coming in Midnight. Thank you, Gamescom.
Okay. I'm gonna reload this and see if that part is fixed.
Here, with plenty of after that, in Harinar.
No! Dude, that sucked. It's got a little spot.
Also be the Dream Rift, a one-boss raid in Harinar. And then shortly after that, we'll be able to take the fight back to the Sunwell and the Gates of Silvermoon in the March on Keldanas. So really excited to have different environments, different settings, and really integrate the raids into the stories that we're telling more than ever before. Because with story mode, all players can experience.
Hopefully, I'll link this video. Hopefully later they fix this panel. Hopefully they fix it. Because this looks like some good, juicy, dungeon and raid. I miss, like, we got Windrunner Spire.
But unlike in War Within, all 8 of these dungeons is Windrunner Spire and Mythic Zero.
So we still need to hear about this one and these. And these. And then the raid. The first raid. I'm very interested. I'm very interested what the 2 bosses could be.
Integrate the raids. And then shortly after that,
and they are talking about having story mode available right off the get. So maybe week 1 story mode.
And the Gates of Silvermoon in the March.
The March on Keldanas. So we do the first raid and then something happens. And the Void gets the Sunwell for a bit. And we gotta remarch on it or something. That's very interesting. So we may get a Void Sunwell for a second, for a bit. Maybe they achieve it. And then we go into the Void Land. Or we fix it and then the Army of the Light's like, it got voided because y'all void. We gotta purge. Okay, so I'm gonna reload it one more time, see if it fixes that.
Plunge.
Nope. Okay, well, that was my react to what we saw so far. I'm loving Midnight. I'm loving Midnight so far. This looks so good. I can't wait to test this. I cannot wait to test Midnight.
A one-boss raid in Harinar.
I like the split up of the raid.
And then shortly after that,
it could be very interesting.
Take the fight back to the Sunwell and the Gates of Silvermoon in the March on Keldanas.
All right. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.